family. Well, I am choosing my own music in the background. I can have music on if I want, if it's mine, right? Why didn't I think about this before?
I heard you around, running around, just not quite ready to settle down.
That's me.
Know they talk about me here.
Funny, I wrote this song so many years ago, and
About how I have this
it's prophetic.
fantasy in my
I didn't know who I was writing it for at the time,
about me thinking you and
but it's called "I'll Love You Anyway." I'm gonna love you anyway. I wrote it and I sang it. It's on River Nation, so I'm gonna have it play in the background because
I don't care what they say. I'm gonna believe it anyway.
it's telling me a story. You know how life is cyclical, and we get the same stories again and again. They play around and around, you know? And my theme song is that I seem to love blindly. You know, I have faith in my friends and I stand by them no matter what anybody else says, no matter how bad it looks. I'm going to believe in them and I'm going to love them anyway. It's funny. A friend of mine listened to this song and she said, "That's interesting, you wrote it so long ago, but it sounds so much like what you feel for your twin." And I said, "Yeah, I wrote it for my twin. I just didn't know at the time who my twin really was." So, I don't know, my heart knew, right? Your heart knows, even your soul knows, even when maybe you're confused. So may the best twin move forward, because there seems to be two. There is a false twin and there is a true twin, and they have the same story. And their issue is they don't step up. And it's not my responsibility to do it. I've done my part. So may the best twin move forward, right? So here we go. I'm going to turn a little bit of light on the matter because we don't have enough light. And neither do I. But Spirit said divine intervention is going to take place. Right? They're stepping in because when it's gone on too long and somebody doesn't step forward, they don't do what they're meant to do, Mama Bird pushes the baby bird out of the nest. Mama Bird as in spirit. So our first message right now is the 7 of fire. 7, you're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. It's time for you to defend your beliefs and decisions and stand your ground. You see this one riding her dragon and there's arrows coming at her. She needs to defend her position. Nobody believes in what she's standing for, or he. Arrows are always words, sharp words coming at you. But you know, she believes and she has faith in her dragon. So much so that even though she has her sword, she keeps it down at her side. She doesn't feel the need to defend herself. Or he. Which is the message about choosing your battles wisely. You don't always have to fight. You know, Spirit doesn't want you to drop your guard. They want you to be vigilant. They want you to stand guard and make sure your protection is up. Definitely you're standing in for your convictions, standing in your integrity. And you will be successful. Spirit says, don't worry, you will be successful. And at this time, others may be wanting what is yours, envying what you possess. So at this time, self-confidence is required. Courage is required. It's about challenging ones that maybe appear to be in power. It's definitely about perseverance. And learning to say no. No. Sometimes it takes a battle to come against you before you're able to stand. Stand for your convictions and go for what it is that you want. But it's important right now for you to assert yourself. But choose your battles wisely. Do I need to fight this battle? Or do I just stand in my convictions? Is that me just standing in my integrity and standing in my truth? I don't care what you say. I'm going to do what I say, what my heart tells me to do. I'm standing in my truth and in my personal power. Correct neutrality on all levels. Hey, my Uncle Phil is posting. I miss the music. I do miss the music. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the most important message for us to hear? I haven't heard that song in a long time. It's another song of mine. On the open road, it's not the first time. Looking along the way, through the ups and downs. There'll be land stretches, but there'll be mountains through the towns. Forgot my own words. It's just a different path for her boots to walk. Take the back road, take the railroad tracks. Just keep those boots walking forward, don't look back. Sometimes slippery and sometimes steep. Sometimes shallow and others deep. It's just a different path for her boots to walk. But path says, don't stay the same. Keep going forward. Freedom's calling out your name. Sometimes uncertain and a bit afraid. All the lessons over, will I be paid? She calls out to God above. But her faith is strong in His love, and she knows it's just a different path for her boots to walk. She walks a different path, this path of love, and she knows she's guided on her way by God above, from God above. That's my song. Dang, I wrote that so long ago, and isn't it the way I go? Dang, man. That's my life. When is it going to get easier, right? How about this one? Oh.
When she was only 3, they saw how it would be. She's gonna go her own way. When it was only boys playing with those toys, she'd get invited to play, 'cause she was small and fast, and when they get stuck she'd pass. There'd never be a delay. Through the eyes of a child, that's where we should look. Go into the stories we remember, magical tales from our favorite book. She'd find a different route, and while she did, she looked so cute. It was always the very best day. She'd climb the biggest trees with bruised and skinned up knees. Well worth the pain, she'd say. They'd play the air guitar, hold concerts near and far. She'd sing her day away. She'd be talking all of the time, had to share what was on her mind.
That hasn't changed.
Much to brothers' dismay. Through the eyes of a child, that's where we should look. Go into the stories we remember, magical tales from our favorite book. But no matter how she would bug, that little engine would chug. She was sunshine's brightest ray, and everywhere she'd go, they would always know she'd bring color to what was gray. Through the eyes of a child, that's where we should look. Go into the stories we remember, magical tales from our favorite book.
Okay, so there's a reason that played. The reason I was meant to play it. I'm not even certain why that was, but I was told to do it. There's another one that follows, but I'm going to give you that in a moment. You notice it landed on the number 223. That was highlighted. Right now, you've got a complex decision in front of you, and you need to do some research on it. And Spirit's telling you to step on it, get going on it. Make that decision based on the information that you pull up from different sources, from Spirit, from meditation, whatever it is. No procrastinating. But the number 223 says a healing miracle is imminent, engendered by your faith and your clear connection to one or more ascended masters who have heard and answered your prayers. In the earlier reading today, we spoke about divine intervention and a miracle taking place. Spirit steps in when we can't, when we've done as much as we can and we just aren't able to move forward, or we're just not able, we can't see it, they can't see the way. Spirit will step in. If there's something that's out of our hands, Spirit will step in. Spirit told me with my twin and with Lily there would be a miracle, and there was. I told you this morning I was working with other people that were feeling desperate and we're calling it a miracle. And Spirit's asking for us to be faithful. So here we go. That's something that you have believed in. Healing miracle is imminent. The number 7, you're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. It goes the same way. Water is emotions. So this is an emotional situation that's going on. So if you're looking at these colors, these cups, 7 of Cups is another way of looking at this. As far as, I always go to Biddy Tarot. I don't know, I like Biddy Tarot. So if you look up 7 of Cups, no, we got it in the upright position because I didn't see if it flipped out in the negative or not. But so I'll give you maybe a synopsis of maybe possibly both of them. But it talks about fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, choices, imagination, and then we get temptation, illusion, diversionary tantrics. Oh God, diversionary tantric. That's interesting. I know who's into tantric. Today I kept getting out of the wisdom of the night, and I called it the wisdom of the oracle earlier today, and it wasn't. I kept getting deception, and that a message was coming in order to clear it up, and I kept getting what I just picked up to show you guys. Forbidden. Now what's interesting is I picked it up in reverse, so it is no longer forbidden is what I'm getting from that message. But there is a complex decision that needs to take place right now. It's your choice. So if you were, so here we are, we're, you know, the 7 of Cups is, there's mystery, there's clouds, there's a shark here. Shark is danger. We're in deep waters here, deep emotional waters. And every cup has something rising from it. Each cup represents something different. So it's confusing because there's so many choices in front of you and you need to choose between all the options in front of you. So are they real? Are they really truly there? Or are some of them illusions? So at this time, your mind needs to be careful. It's got to be dealt with in your dreams, not only, but also in your reality right now. You know, I saw things in my dreams, it was pretty clear, but we got to look in the real world. They're telling you to be careful of wishful thinking or illusions that might cloud the choices that you're looking at. So the 7 of Cups is a dreamer, right? They are able to see beauty and excitement, but they're also able to see fearful trials and difficulties. So is that shark really there? There's another one up there. It's in the shadows. Is that real? So the question is, are you seeing illusions or is it the truth? You need to ask yourself. You need to really go deep at this point. You know, at some point, the pie in the sky ideas have to be gone and we've got to get down to the ground, to reality, and a choice needs to be taken. The dreamer needs to stop dreaming and step into reality. We saw the leap of faith needing to be taken earlier. And with the 7 of Cups, you've got illusion. That's the risk. You need to separate what's real and what's truthful. Protect yourself against wishful thinking and daydreaming that is possibly maybe a way to avoid reality by escapism. We talked about addiction this morning and intervention and detoxification. So this time, intoxication, that's a problem. That causes you to see things in a warped perception. Maybe you start seeing things dark when they actually are not. So this card shows 2 realities. One and another. One is based in reality and one has no reality. So this is a wish card, right? There's 7 full cups here. The wishes can be filled with beauty, wealth, success, a nice home, but they can also have a negative. They can have a snake or a demon in the cup that's mixed in the blessing. So be careful. Be careful about what you wish for, because what you're asking for at this time, you may get it, and it may come with a shark. There's temptation there, and Spirit said be careful. Don't be swayed by the one that contains the snake that has jealousy and cunning in it. You don't want to have anything or anyone association with somebody that comes from jealousy. It's not a place to be. Temptation is generally, because this is emotion, it's generally of a sexual nature or emotional nature. It could be like the Knight of Swords that comes riding in. It's a one-night stand. Don't get mixed up with that. An emotional, an extramarital affair. Something that maybe at the time you're thinking is an innocent flirtation, but in the majority it's not. So right now, if I were to ask you to choose a cup with a color, the cups, I'm going to ask you ahead of time. Please look at the colors. We have depicted in the cups red, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, red, and isn't orange depicted as well? Red, orange, red, orange, yellow, dark blue, light blue, and green. So I choose green. So I want you to make a choice right now before I continue. Go ahead. You can't change your choice once you make it. I choose green and then blue, light blue showed up, but you need to make a choice. Dark blue, light blue, green, orange, red, yellow. What's your choice? So if you are drawn to red, the situation that you're procrastinating about, this means that you're procrastinating about something to do with your home and money. If you are drawn, and security, so home, money, and security, that's earthy matters, right? So Spirit says keep your thoughts focused to Spirit and on your spiritual path, and we'll take care of that. So maybe the shark is freaking you out, and you're obsessed with money, your home situations, your material concerns. If you're focused on orange, that's the color you chose. And when you're looking at it, this is the orange, this is the red, this is the green, this is a dark blue, this is a light blue, this is a yellow, yellow. And isn't there wow. Red, orange, yellow, light blue, green, dark blue. Interesting. So those are the color choices that you have. Orange is about creativity, addictions, and sexuality. So then that's what you're being spoken about the intervention and about the detoxification. If you're pulled to that color, if you're pulled to yellow, it's about power, control. And if you're pulled to green, it's about love and healing. Right on. Light blue is about communication and telling the truth, visions, and psychic abilities. And what's interesting, light blue means communication and truth-telling. Dark blue means visions and psychic abilities. And what's interesting is they're giving you another cup, but they didn't give you a light. And I'm sorry, but the other cup is purple. If anybody was drawn to the purple cup when I didn't speak about it, purple means spirituality. So interesting that was not featured. So I feel like unless somebody saw that cup and thought about that without me saying it, it wasn't even in this mix with the people that I'm hearing this reading. So my decision, my complex decision, is based on love and healing, and that's the truth. I have two twins in front of me. I have to tell you, I do. I have two princes that stand in front of me. One comes from the dark, one comes from the light. I've had them for several past lives, and they've always stumped me. My heart pulls me in one direction. I trust this one, and yet I was betrayed in several past lifetimes. I chose wrong, and this year, I've made the right choice. I just finished saying that's interesting because I have chosen wrong before in this life, about the same too. But this year I will make the right choice. And I'm feeling tears in my chest because it's hard. And this is the complex decision because what's in front of you is very painful. It can be very, very difficult. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be a complex decision. So Spirit says they want you to try and focus and avoid the unrealistic expectations. You got to get real. There's too many options in front of you. You're confused. Don't be lost in fantasy and imagination. Addictions are such a big issue here right now. So we're going to ask for clarification. Well, not in this deck, apparently. In the Oracle, why do I keep wanting to call it the Oracle of Shadows and Light? Maybe I'm supposed to say something from the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I keep calling it that. This is the wisdom of the House of Night. The wisdom of the House of Night. So in help with our complex decision, as I said, I don't know if you guys have heard the song, Two Princes. I just posted it on my wall. There are two princes that kneel before you. I'm going to let you listen to this while I shuffle.
There's a wolf hiding under that cowboy hat, trying to steal my heart. That dog's out in the back. Glittering green eyes, shiny white teeth. He thinks he's the slickest puppy that she'll ever meet. Kidnapping's over, games to be won. Time to show puppy just who's number one. Gracefully rising from her princess seat, I triple back, play blind, and swear out of faith. He starts acting cagey, thinks he's all that, but he's met his match in this pig-eated cat. Someone should tell him she's lightning fast. Just one blink and he's left in her past. Kidnapping's over, games to be won. Time to show Poppy just who's number one. Gracefully rising
From her princess seat, a triple back flick, landing square on her feet. Her eyes flash and her whiskers twitch. She's sexy, she's a little black witch. Kidnapping's over, games to be won. Time to show Poppy just who's number one. Gracefully rising from her princess seat, a triple back flip, landing square on her feet. Her back quicker, should have gone twice to get back in his. I can't remember the words.
this catnap
It's over, this game will be won.
It's
Time to show Poppy just who's number one. Gracefully rising from her princess seat, a triple back flip, it lands square on her feet. I made my choice. I made my choice, and my black cat's got blue eyes, not green. Well, hallelujah, we just had this one, and yes, it is complicated. We were trying to get clarification. We shuffled, right? We were saying, okay, we've got a complex decision in front of us. So right now, Spirit's saying, just like they said the other night, wouldn't it be nice if things were clear? But they're not. They're freaking foggy. They're foggy. We need this to clear up, Archangel Metatron. We want clarity, please. We want clarity, please. Sometimes there's so many elements, it's almost impossible to understand them at the moment. Right when we want the answer the most is when it's the most difficult. And what's interesting is everything's complex. Yes, right now, everything's complex. And only time is going to allow the puzzle pieces to fit together. So Spirit's telling us to stay open. We've already been given this message. No, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. So sometimes we got to get a little bit loud with Spirit. And we got to say, that's not okay. I'm sorry. I don't want that. I've asked for an answer and I want clarity. I'm not asking for time. I want clarity. You can give me clarity. This decision is complex. I already know that. This decision is complicated. I already know that. It's been lifetimes. But I cut the karmic cords. I cut the ties that bind. And I am demanding answers at this time. No, you can be stubborn, but I can be stubborn too. Because I am Spirit all the way back up. From this body all the way up to Spirit. And I want clarity in this situation. So I want an answer that doesn't tell me it's time to wait. I want an answer now. Cycles. We're in a cycle. Yes, Spirit, we know that we're in a cycle. Look at them arguing with me. You know what? I'm going to argue with you. This reminds me of the angel or the person who wasn't in the Bible that fought with the angel all night long until they demanded a blessing, and they walked with a limp with the rest of their life. They had a sore in their hip where the angel struggled with them all night long. I'm not giving up either. I'm sorry. I don't want to be told that we're in a cycle. Right now, We have to be careful, though. Everything comes back around. We are in Mercury retrograde, right? That's what we are. And that's why this is cyclical, just like what's going on with my two princes. Do you know that their two stories are identical? They're identical. The same stories are happening with these two princes. One happened 5 to 7 years ago. One's happening now in the last 2 years. Same story. So right now, Spirit says, whatever it is that you're planning on doing or revealing by this question, it's going to come back around in another circumstance. So be very clear about your action. You will meet this experience again. I don't want to meet this experience again. I want to cut the ties that bind, the karmic ties. So what they're saying right now, whatever decision you make, the energy that's in your next action is going to orbit around you. That means that whatever you choose to do is going to follow you. Okay? Whatever you choose to do. So I am now fighting with that angel, and I'm saying, not good enough. I want clarity. I want clarity. I want to have a clear answer. I'm demanding clarity from my guides, from my spiritual team, because I'm all the way from here all the way up to Spirit. Right from where we stand, it is me, Sherry, in 15 to 20 different levels, all the way up to Spirit. And I'm saying somebody on my line needs to step in right now and give us clarity. I don't want any more confusion. I want an obvious direction. I was told a message is coming, and I want it now. So I'm asking for us. We want clarity at this moment. High Priestess of Earth. This is insane because they're just throwing them back around at us. The same messages that we just got. The High Priestess of Earth speaks about things that are going on in the material world. We just got this. Literally, was it yesterday? This is about health in your body. It's time to eat well, rest. So meditation will help because if we are able to rest, we'll be able to hear Spirit better. Maybe Spirit's giving us our answers and we're not hearing our answers. So right now, if the question is about a friend or a love interest, Spirit says you have to wait until you see tangible evidence in order to understand this. A first kiss, some kind of a shared activity, whatever it is, stay grounded, wait and see. So the point is, like what I said, I've done what I meant to do. It's now, for me, for my particular position, it's may the best prince step forward. Because at this time, they're both in the shadows. So for you, you may say, may the best job opportunity present itself. May the path open up in the direction, the clearest. That's where I need to go. We're asking for clarity. We are still asking for clarity. I made my choice. Now the twin needs to make his choice and step forward. And whoever it is that opens his mouth will shift destiny. That's how it happens. You take fate and then you respond to fate and destiny shifts. If you don't open your mouth, like Spirit's been saying, then fate goes in a different direction. Destiny turns a corner. That's how it works. Listening. So right now, listen to what someone is not saying. When you have somebody, right now, we spoke about this earlier, are we getting the same cards or what? Is this crazy or what? The number 23, you're going to get a basket. Right now, pay attention to someone. Pay attention to what they're not saying. If somebody has, as I said, I threw somebody under the bus. I pulled everybody out. I threw it out on the ground. I said, there it is. What are you going to do about it? Right? Right now, this one, someone who has the skin the color of honey is what they're talking about. She's got the ability to weave tales with great detail and expression without being obvious or straightforward. Is she weaving lies? Does she have lies coming forward from that book? Because darkness does not always come from evil, and light does not always come from the good. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it looks like it's dark when it's not. So someone who's portraying themselves as someone whose light is not. I already know that I'm being stalked. I already know that I'm being watched. I already know that someone that I call my soul family is somebody that's coming from a dark place and is trying to lie and manipulate. I've been shown it. I know it. I've been aware of it for months. I haven't said anything because I let them show their hand. I know where I stand. So you are now revealing yourself. So now when I called you out and somebody goes to confront you, be careful about what people don't say at this time. If you are not able to defend yourself, listen to what they say at this moment is very important. But more important than that is what they don't say. So now if you say to someone, here I am, this is what I've got, and they've got nothing to say back, the silence speaks volumes, right? Volumes. Be very, very careful. Listen to what others are saying with their gestures rather than what's coming out of their mouth. Watch their body language, watch their eyes. There is deception around you. I got that there was deceit and deception around you. So my love, the question regarding love, there's deception. Someone is not speaking. It's very important. Why are they not speaking? Why are they not speaking? Is it because what comes out of their mouth is going to be a lie? Somebody needs to come forward and speak. Somebody's butting heads. I want clarity. I want clarity here. No more confusion. Wow, I don't give a damn. I'm telling you, I want clarity. Stop fighting me. No. Stop fighting me. Stop fighting me. Wow, this is nuts. I'm not giving up. Sorry. I may be down here in a physical form, but I am spirit too. And I'm fire, and I'm not giving up. I want an answer, and I'm demanding an answer from spirit. Archangel Metatron, I'm asking you to step forward. Michael, I'm asking you to step forward, please. And whoever is trying to block this, whoever is trying to block and confuse the situation, I want you to cut the cords. I want you to burn away the past karma. I'm asking for you to preside over the situation. I've called in your colors all day. So, Michael, I know you're here. I know you're here. I'm asking you right now, clarity. Do not allow them to block this. Oh. There's somebody, didn't I tell you that last night I watched somebody in a courtroom? That's what I watched, a courtroom taking place. Somebody stood up on this platform and gave what they had to say. And I got to tell you that the person was represented as a child molester. And when they got off the stage, somebody says, well, they did a really good job. And that person was a child molester. So they lied. They were an actor. So right now, an oath, it's never made lightly, nor in jest. You don't fuck around with an oath. Promises are meant to be honored. So when you choose this, you need to be careful about who you've made your promises and how you've made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back and acted as though, well, I'm going to say this, but because my fingers are crossed, I'm not bound to this. No. Has someone broken a promise to you? Has someone made a promise to you and broken that promise? Then you let them go. Don't hold on if someone is not honorable. You do not want this person in your life. Never mind just in your presence. You do not want them in your life. The most important promise that you make is to yourself. And Spirit asked me, which way will you go? You have a choice. It's the dark or the light. Which way will you go? Well, clearly, I will always go to the light. I stand on my path. So whoever comes forward and stands on his spiritual path, whether you've made mistakes, whether you've done things wrong or not, but when you come forward and you say, I am standing on my spiritual path, now, from this point forward, that's where I go. You go. You promise to be kind, loving, honorable, good. I promise to do no harm. And in order to be in my life, or to be in the life of spirit, those are the oaths you must keep. So this is all about, this could be about love, this could be about familial relationships, this could be about family, jobs, job position at all, friendship, whatever it is. Thank you, Michael. And I would ask for you to ask again. See, look, now things are moving smoothly. I mean, sometimes you got to fight because there's energies that come forward. There's not just the energy of the light. There's energy of the dark as well. And they're battling. I'm telling you, I've had these two twin souls battling for lifetimes. One always portrays himself as the angel of light, and the other one as the angel of darkness. And that's why there's the confusion, because you think that that's someone that you can trust, but it isn't. Look how smooth it is now that Michael stepped forward. No butting heads. Whoa, don't you? They're still here. They're still here. Okay, so this means something to me. So I'm going to just stop for a minute. I'm going to let you look at this. Do you see that? The triune. 3. Full circle completion. So I also look at that as self, higher self, and spirit. So my entire spiritual team is here. I also look at this as protection. Inside is where we will be. I'm going to just ask for a prayer right now. I'm calling in all of my spiritual team. I'm calling in my spiritual twin and his spiritual team. All of our higher selves. I'm calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Jeremiah. Father, I'm asking that you fill this entire arena with pure unconditional love and light. Peace. I choose peace. I choose the light. I'm asking that I'm getting prickles in my left hand. I'm asking that you banish anyone that's in this physical arena from this presence. Archangel Michael, I'm asking you to throw them out. I asked them to go and they didn't go. So I'm asking you to take them and throw them out. Father, I'm asking you to initiate this. I'm going to shuffle one more time, and I want to see these cards moving smoothly with no interruption. I trust. My hands are on fire right now. I trust that you have removed the energy. Thank you. I'm doing this live with you guys, and I'm going to put this up because I want you to watch this. No. We have to fight. There is literally a battle between the dark and the night and the light. Did you hear what I said? The dark and the night. I had a headache on my night side today, which is coming from the right. So I feel as though the battle, the reason it's happening with me is because I've had lifetime karmic connections with these two. They are connected to my life, and they're pulling at me both sides. I'm going to remove him. That's why he's looking at me on the screen. You need to go away. I've made my choice, and it's not you. Let's see if this makes a difference. I didn't realize he was sitting up on the screen. Risk. There she goes, trusting 100% in spirit. Hands thrown back, head thrown back, no net below her. This looks really risky, doesn't it? I don't know what's going to be here. Am I going to fly? Am I going to go to my death? I'm trusting in my higher self and my intuition. I am trusting what my heart is showing me. My heart is leading towards the light. I am moving towards the light and making my choice in that way. I choose what is in my highest good, moving towards the light. You may look at it as a risk. To you it might be. But you're being asked to take a risk, to try something new, to try something different. So Spirit is asking you to take that leap of faith. Now earlier today we saw the man being asked to take the leap of faith, the dreamer. And now there's me being asked to take a leap of faith. And look at me stumbling over my words as well. No matter what happens at this time, something is going to be experienced that's of great importance. It's going to prove something to ourselves. And when we do it, we're going to be really proud that we did it. Spirit is asking you to make the choice. This was the choice that we were talking about earlier. The complex decision. Is it worth the risk that I'm taking? If to you the answer is yes, Spirit will give you wings to fly. And if you start to fumble, they will catch you. This is also a gentle warning, but yet a warning. Don't be taking foolish risks for fun, for entertainment, because there is most definitely going to be a consequence that comes from the action that you take. Courage is needed, and you need to either jump or try something different. What is it you're going to do? God, this is a long reading, but I had to battle it out, for God's sake. I'm going to split it in the middle. All right. So somebody is not willing to take the leap of faith. You're trapped. You feel trapped. You're stuck in this cage. Are you stuck in a gilded cage? Are you afraid to leave your trappings behind? Are you so focused on the material concerns? Are you still so focused on how you appear on the outside that you're not able to move forward? Are you trapped in your life in some way right now? Do you feel like you can't do what you want because other people expect you to do something different? And maybe you're not going to be able to fulfill what it is that they want you to do? Do you feel that you're never going to get what it is you want? You're never going to be able to go where you want to go? Right now, it's not the truth of what you're seeing. Because right now, when you're looking at this bird, you see him sitting in this gilded cage. But if you look closer, it looks like all bars around this bird. But this cage door is open. It's slid down. You are not trapped in that cage. You are in a mental prison. You have kept yourself in this prison. It's in your own mind. Your circumstances are going to change. You will be free to experience the life that you choose if you choose to lead it. Spirit says trust. They will open the door and tell you when to fly. If you have the balls to fly. Do you have big balls? Is it time to get big balls? Somebody needs to step forward and take a leap of faith. Look at me. My leap of faith is in love. I have to take a leap of faith, and I've already chosen. I've made my decision. What was your color? What was it that you chose? God, thank you for moving smoothly now. I don't want to fight with my own reading. See, that's why I do this live. I don't want you guys to think this is canned. I do this. I battle. I battle with entities. I battle with dark energy. I battle, and maybe it's because it's your own mind that you're fighting with. You know, one side of you is saying this, one side of you is saying that, and things don't go smoothly. And then when you make your choice and you state it out loud to the universe, no, I'm not going to sit here. I want an answer. I'm not going to stay in a space of confusion. I'm asking for clarity. You're telling me to go to you for clarity, and I'm coming, and I'm demanding clarity. And then things start moving. Sometimes you have to literally speak up. You don't just sit around and wait. Sometimes spirits, you know, this is guidance. But we have to push forward for what we want. We have to push forward. And if we are going in a direction that we are going to hurt ourselves, and we are and we're going with the right intention, our heart is pure, and we honestly, truly believe that we're going into the light, and we're going in a different direction, Spirit will intervene. Remember, divine intervention is taking place. Complicated. Nope. All right, we're leaving this deck. We're going to the Oracle of Shadows and Light. That's not good enough. I'm sorry. It's not good enough. I'm about to scrap this reading. If I wasn't so honorable, I would scrap this reading. Because they're like fighting with me. And it doesn't exactly inspire faith. So I'm asking for clarity. This is not helpful for people to see such indecision. I want clarity and truth. Crystal clear. Crystal clear. A tempting offer has a high price. There she is, the one that seems innocent. The one that says, I won't harm you. I'm gentle, I'm loving, I'm sweet. But they're a meat eater. There's my message. I appear gentle, I appear charming, but I'm a meat eater. I'm a dream eater. Remember I said the other night in my dream, I heard you are in the presence of a dream eater. A dream eater. This is the dream eater. This is the carnivorous fairy. Something or someone or a situation is in your face right now, tempting you with something that is going to do nothing but hurt you. They aren't going to come across as an angel of darkness. They're going to show themselves as an angel of light. That's why sometimes what was that poem? Sometimes the dark does not come, the bad does not come from the dark, and good does not come from the light. This one is looking is this little delicate, prissy little thing. I'm just a little girl. I'm not going to hurt you. How could I hurt you? Look at me. Look at my sweet little shy face. I'm innocent. Wouldn't you want to come just a little bit closer? Get to know me a little bit? Step into this clandestine affair? Her beauty is tempting, but you will not escape unharmed. You don't need to learn this lesson again. You've had this lesson, Sherry. You've had this lesson again. Something that is very attractive, yes, but very, very dangerous. This is someone who feeds off of your energy. Remember what Spirit gave us earlier today? Clove bud. And I said, who did I say it works on? Vampires. Because somebody is trying to suck your energy. They feed off of it. These are people who consume more than they give. They bully each other. And then they're like, poor me, right? They try and talk you out of your belief systems. That's why the first message was you needed to stand your ground. They argue with you. They ignore you, or they constantly seek your approval. And then they praise you. And then they grow hostile when you don't give it to them anymore. They're all good when you're there for them, but when you're not there for them, giving them what they want, they're nasty. This is not an equal relationship. This is a toxic relationship. It's seductive in some strange way. Is it a relationship? Is it a business? Is it a cult? What is it? But my devouring tendencies, this is who I am. Look at the Venus flytraps that I wear in my hair and all around me. I adorn myself this way. This is in my nature. I look like I'm holding a bouquet of flowers, but they're toxic flowers. They're flesh eaters. I'm a dream eater. I consume, I take, and I delight in watching predatory actions of others. They dominate, they control, they criticize, they judge. This is what I do. I will take, I will eat anything that comes near me. It's the way I am. It's the way I'm made. It's like that song, I'm just bad in love. It's just what I do. Fuck you. Get real, people here. Don't forget who they are. Don't try to make them something different than they are. That's what they are. They're a narcissist. This could be somebody who speaks cruelly about other people. This is somebody who sends toxic energy out. This is somebody who, God, I don't want to say who it is in my life, but they feel they're entitled. The world owes me a living, right? They want attention, but they aren't able to create their own attention. They aren't able to create anything of their own. They feed off of others who do their work. They act like they're royalty, and everyone else is their servant. Everyone else does their bidding. There's a guy in Sedona right now. He's 23 years old. He's got a cult. He's good looking. He's got this whole thing based on sex, at free sex and love. He sleeps with young women. People follow him. He does it under the guise of spirituality. The guy is a sick fuck. He's a young, good-looking guy, and people are following this guy. He's in Sedona. It's this whole this big spiritual thing. This has nothing to do with spirituality. This is using spirituality and twisting it in the sickest of forms. Tantric sex is to be used between two sacred partners. It's called sacred sexual bliss. It is not something that you do in a room full of people with multiple partners. That is not the way spirit chooses. A vow is taken between two, not a group full of people. You don't have sex with children. That is control, mind control, using spirituality as a fucked up way of getting to their minds. It's terrible. It's terrible. This is toxic people. And they can be very, very charming. Oh, everyone thinks this guy's great. They suck him in, and then they fucking take their mind over because the energy gets a hold of you. This dark energy gets in. They're smart. They're not stupid. They know how to work it. It's like the guy that I saw in my dream last night. The guy that was on trial with the person that I was with. This guy was a child molester. He was a child molester because they showed him in the form of the person I was married to that molested my daughter. So I know who I was seeing. And he was up there on the platform giving some speech. The guy is a child molester, and he's good at what he does. Everyone loved him. Kids loved him. Adults loved him. Old people loved him. Just like coaches are, and the preachers, that are the child molesters. No, it couldn't be him. He was my favorite coach. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They're narcissists. They see you as a means to an end. You are their victim. They feed off of you. They are vampires. Use your clove energy. Put the stake through the heart of this situation, whatever it is. Put an end to it. That coffin, lay it down with a stake through it. It's over. It's done. Walk away from this narcissistic energy. Once and for all, cut the karmic ties. It's done. That karmic tie was pulled up. I've made my choice. My twin needs to stand up and use his voice. I've made my choice through lifetimes. And I was wrong, but this lifetime I am not wrong. I know what a narcissist looks like now. I know that they can look good and they can be handsome and they can be charming, but they feed off of other people. If you watch them and you pay attention, are they doing their work or are others doing their work for them? Do they think everyone owes them a living? When someone's own mother says that they're a narcissist, believe it. This carnivorous fairy, whatever it represents to you, if it's a person, a situation, a workplace, a belief system, it could be how you were raised that makes you feel bad about yourself constantly. They build you up and then they tear you to shreds. If you do everything we tell you to do, then you're okay. But if you don't, we will disassociate you. We will disfellowship you. We will cut you out. I have been disfellowshipped from the organization that I gave my life to. I was devout and loyal, and I was disassociated. My family cut me out like that I'm not even alive. Do I care anymore? No, because I recognize it as complete narcissism. So whether this is a workplace, a belief system, a religion, a family, a person, this all demanding, all-consuming cult-like practice and ethics that's surrounding you, Stay away. It's very dangerous to get near it. It's very sad that these ones are as sick as they are, but it's even more sad if you allow them to use you as their experiment. They will bite, they will suck the life out of you, they will drain from you. It doesn't matter. Do not get close. I keep thinking about that song. You know, Mama said, blood is thicker than water. In the song, and I heard he took a bullet for his brother. He took a bullet for his brother. His brother let him take a bullet for him. Something that he should have fallen for. He took the bullet for because he's a good person. And then the song comes on. Bullet holes. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. And when you love like that, I love you to the moon and back. Yeah, when you love like that, blood runs cold. That is a narcissist. Step aside, whether it's your family, whether it's your workplace, whatever it is, learn your lesson.